Hey Quadros, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you guys here and hope you guys are doing well. It occurred to me that I've never actually told you guys where to throw explosive packs. I've just told you to throw them, how OP they can be, and to cook them. Alright, so specifically we're going to be talking today about where to throw the explosive packs at tanks to best take them out. Alright, so a couple things before we begin. Number one, remember as always to cook your explosive packs. If you don't know how to do that, you just hold left click and you can see I'm holding left click, holding left click, holding left click, and I'm going to shoot because I'm still holding left click. Okay, you just hold left click for as long as you can. You hold the trigger, whatever it is, because it will automatically throw. You can't detonate yourself. Well, you can, but you can't detonate it in your hand by holding it too long. It'll automatically throw it. Okay, game is very forgiving in that regard. Number two, explosive packs are really inconsistent. Sometimes it feels like you could throw it perfectly and it does nothing, and then sometimes it feels like you throw it really poorly and it ends up blowing up the tank. It's just pretty random and it feels very inconsistent. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this and as you're playing in match. Now, number one place to throw an explosive pack: underneath the tank. Okay, this is the absolute best place. This is the only place where it's not inconsistent. Actually, you will always detonate a tank if you get an explosive pack underneath it. There's never a time that I've ever seen in my thousands of hours playing and making videos and talking and watching Enlisted that I've ever seen someone throw an explosive pack underneath the tank and not detonate it. All right, so it is very good to get it underneath the tank, but it's very tricky to do as well. Most of the time you're not going to be able to do it because most tanks aren't going to just sit there and let you walk up and get underneath it and throw it like I did there. Most of what you're going to have to do is they're going to be driving past you and you're going to have to like throw it in front of it, right? Like over here or something as they drive, and then you're going to have to hope that they can't stop in time and they end up driving over it. And it's a whole ordeal. It's not an easy thing to do, and most good players aren't going to be dumb enough to let you do that in the first place. So really where you want to be throwing your explosive packs and where you should be aiming to do it in most situations is right here, right at the bottom of these tracks on the ground level in the middle of the tank. Okay, so middle section of the tank, right? So if we cut the tank down the middle, and then bottom of it, right at the tracks in the center. Okay, it's very important that it's at the tracks. It's very important that it is very low, right? And it's important that it's in the middle of it. Okay, the middle part is probably the least important of all of that. The most important is that it's at the tracks. I'm going to show you why here. Okay, and also typically you want to be on the side of it as well because you can't hit the tracks if you're not on the side. We'll show you by having our little test dummy Hans. He's going to go throw an explosive pack. The AI is very bad at doing this against more heavily armored tanks like the T-34. So you're going to see here he threw it and it didn't blow up the tank because it's landing here on the armor. This is armored part of the tank, right? And it's not super heavily armored. It is the side of the tank, but anywhere there's armor on these vehicles, it's going to absorb the blast from that explosive pack, and it's going to end up not blowing up the tank because that armor is in the way. Now, less armored vehicles like a Puma or an AB-41 or even the early tanks in Moscow, typically you can throw it anywhere in the tank and it's going to blow it up. But as the tanks start getting bigger and they start getting more heavily armored as the war goes on and in the later campaigns, you're gonna need to go and throw it at the tracks. Okay, you're gonna need to get close. That might not even be close enough. Nope, it was. We're good. That actually did not do that much damage. It actually just detonated the ammo rack as opposed to just detonating the tank itself. Anyway, again, needs to be the middle of the tank because yes, the T-26 and the T-60 and tanks like that can be blown up by, you know, throwing it on top of it or to the side or something like that. Really, you want to train your muscle memory to get the bottom middle mass of this tank at the tracks because again, when you play the bigger campaigns, or sorry, the later war campaigns, you're going to want to just have the muscle memory down for that and for this middle section here. So again, to break it all down for you guys going back, underneath the tank is the best place, but it's very tricky. So most of the time you're going to want to throw it just center mass, bottom of the tank, right there. Easy peasy. If you throw it anywhere else, it is not going to blow up the tank. It's going to not do enough. Sometimes if you throw it at the front, you might get it. Like if we toss it like right there, it's probably going to blow it up. That's kind of underneath the tank, so that's probably, yeah. But if you throw it at the back of it, if you throw it at the front of it, God forbid, anything like that, it's really just not going to do enough. And you're going to end up wasting your time. You're going to end up wasting your explosive packs, and you might end up not getting your kills, right? So if we throw this at the back, right, maybe it's probably just going to start a fire. It didn't even start a fire. So there you go. It didn't do anything. We broke some tracks. Actually, we didn't even do that. That was a just complete waste of an explosive pack. And now we look pretty dumb, right? So if we just throw this at the front, even if I cook this, like if you fully cook it, maybe if we throw it on the top of it, no, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything, right? It's a harder throw. It's not a good idea, all right? Middle of the tank, bottom of the tank, the tracks, and you will blow up the tank, all right? Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me out. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below about the explosive packs and what you guys think about them and how you guys might be using them. And also let me know what you guys might be confused about or what you guys might be struggling with in Enlisted that I could quickly do some videos over and help you guys out, all right? You can also come join me, twitch.tv/HeyQuadro. I'd love to talk to you guys over there. You can also join our community YouTube streams on Thursdays where we play Enlisted, do custom games, and such. Lots of fun over there. And finally, our community Discord, the link for that is all in the description below. Without anything else, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.